The common denominator of everybody in the process is they've come there to change, to make change in their current personal life in some dimension, whether they're repeating self-defeating patterns in career or in intimate relationship with yourself somewhere. And so we start with that you're coming to change you now.
You totally immerse yourself for these 7.5 days. We ask you to turn off your cell phones, not stay in connection with family or friends for that whole week, just to allow yourself to completely immerse in the work.
I would say I felt loved to death. And I always felt safe. And so the choice was always mine. Did I want to step into that territory that I was being invited into?
We have scientific data now that shows that as a result of doing the process, the negative affect of depression, anxiety, hostility, obsessive-compulsive behavior are significantly decreased, and the positive affect of emotional intelligence, compassion, empathy, spirituality, and a sense of well-being increase, and they continue to increase over time, whether people do anything or not in terms of using the tools.
But it's been magnificent for me to continue to see the process working me and taking me to higher and higher levels of satisfaction in my own life on a continuous basis.
We have one teacher for every 6 to 9 students. And so in a classroom, you'd see 4 or 5 teachers, and they weave in a very special dynamic as well. Every visualization has all of their voices. You have someone who's personally read your assignment, so that also when they're working with you, not publicly, when they're doing their check-ins and things, you've got somebody who has connected with your material, connected with why you're coming there, and can really, really help you to the degree necessary with all kinds of methodology to get at the material that you're not able to yourself.
You've heard from people here about what it's like with the teachers. We love the work that we do, and I would say more than any education, more than any degree, more than any training, that's what comes through the teachers.
I did feel for the first time in my life like I was allowed to be that little girl, not the inner child thing, all that work that you've heard about, but that little person who didn't have a job, who didn't have to be anywhere, who didn't have to do anything. I said, I'll do it. I showed up. I was fed 3 amazing meals a day, plus snacks in between. I never wanted for anything. They made sure that I got enough sleep. I mean, it wasn't like, we're going to keep you awake so you believe, you know, it was like, did you get enough sleep? How many hours did you sleep?
It is hard to overstate just how safe and structured this is. I found myself going through one exercise or one element of the process thinking, oh God, now I'd like to, and then right after the break we'd be doing that. and this happened to me all week long. And to an earlier point, you are busy the whole time. You are at work and you are completely safe. These people know what they're doing.
And I'm someone who's really skeptical, and I watch movies and try to figure out how it's going to end, and I'm really analytical. And I gave up really early trying to figure out the process. I didn't want to figure it out pretty quickly. I was like, this is so cool that, and I was really blown away by the sophistication of it constantly until the second I left, and was just in awe of it, of how much smarter it was than me.
So I've been carrying this sadness around, and I've done all this work. I have a master's in psychology. Make things work, and all that crap. And then all of a sudden, something with interacting with a friend of mine. I just met this person, and they just says, "You have to do this," and I got scared. I go, because I think life is about really embracing everything about being a human being, and I really wanted to experience as much happiness and satisfaction in life as possible. I could never get rid of those tears and that sadness. Well, they are gone. They are just gone.
Raz Ingrassi, who couldn't be here tonight, the president of the Institute and another teacher, often says that the human heart opens up in the presence of another heart. And so, you know, one of the reasons I think we're in the job that we do is we get to host a place where all that love is going to be there. And it's really enlivening.